All right. The goal here is to understand a few things about what we call big data. Now, this is going to be the biggest data set you've ever seen in your life. It's big, it's huge, it's just absolutely amazing because it's about Donald Trump's tweets. That's why I'm so love the hyperbole here. So just like Donald Trump, I'm going to exaggerate greatly. Now, again, don't forget you import the data and you do it. But there's a purpose here. This is very, very interesting. So everyone understands the idea of what big data is, and I'm going to relate it to artificial intelligence before we get into more national security and other stuff during this week. But this will really help you understand what regression analysis is. It's important how it relates to artificial intelligence, and this is going to be the best. When I say best, I mean the best you've ever had. Okay. How? Well, this is Donald Trump tweet. So first of all, we're going to attach it. Remember, you can view it. We got it. Attach right there. So now we just put in TRU, Trump's tweets, etc. This is, and I don't say this with hyperbole, the biggest data set I have ever seen. This is exactly what big data is about. Check it out. 20,761 tweets. It's from, say, 2009, I think, to 2000. Well, I forget, like about to 2018. Yeah. So these are Trump's tweets. Pretty amazing if you think about it. So we're going to ask a question, right? Regression analysis is about finding relationships, right? Do certain policies decrease terrorism? Do certain policies make us safer, right? Are there certain areas of cyber attacks that are more vulnerable to others? We're going to be running all this types of stuff. So this is interesting because this is a massive, large, and big data. I mean, this is what quote unquote science is all about. So I've got a question, like, let's say you're a campaign manager. Now, the goal here is so you understand 100% regression analysis, the output, etc. So this is the retweet count here, right? And this is the favorite count. I have a question. Does retweeting a tweet lead to a higher favorite count? What do you think? Well, that's what we're going to do. So what are words Donald Trump uses? Just amazing, great, huge, very huge. He likes that word. So we'll call this huge data set. Now, because it's all quantitative, you see the retweet count and the favorite count, you know their numbers. We can use the LM function, right? There's the LM function linear model. Now, the dependent variable, the result, the effect goes first. What is it in this case? The favorite count. We're seeing if retweeting a tweet, I know it's X now, but leads to favorite. So does it? That's what we're gonna see. So I'm a bad Trump impersonator. So, but anyway, so first we do retweet. Right. That's actually the independent variable. So does retweeting lead to favoriting? So favoriting is the dependent variable that comes first, right? This is amazing. Now remember, it doesn't matter if there's a space here or not, but it is case sensitive. Now, comma, data equals Trump tweets. So let's do it. So I pressed it. Now I got to do the summary. I pressed enter. Now I got the summary. Now I'm going to do huge, right? Look at it. It's a party. It's the best party ever. No one had ever had a better party than me. And now we're going to see. Now look at that. That is definitely significant. Now, these are what we call scientific notations. It's so big and great that these are scientific notations, but the t-value is very, very high. That means the data is moving, right, away from zero. That's good for the model. And now the p-value is significantly under 0.05 because that's the scientific notation. So I'm just going to copy it You don't have to do this or anything, but, format it. You see the format, put it in code. No, I missed the copy and paste. I didn't do it inside, right? Oh, get rid of those guys and girls. And then comma, scientific equals false. And we're going to see how many. Oops, what happened there? Boom, boom. Oh, scientific. I got to learn how to write. So look at all of the zeros, the best p-value you'll ever see in the history of your life. That's what probably Donald Trump would say. So that really signifies that, because it's under 0.05, that this is not by chance, that retweeting results in higher favoriting the tweets. That is absolutely amazing if you think about it. Now, how do we relate this, right, to artificial intelligence? Well, this is what we call machine learning, right? Machine learning, and now we're going to apply it to national security law, et cetera. I just want you to kind of understand that this is what big data is. And this is important because even if you don't care about this stuff and you're like, oh man, I don't want to do this stuff or whatever, still just understanding it is very, very important because it's everywhere. What's big data? What's large in study? What is statistics, right? This is it. I mean, you're not going to get bigger. Well, you might have bigger than that. But if you were Donald Trump, you'd say, oh, you wouldn't get anything bigger than this. I mean, that is a massive amount of data. I don't know who's sitting there and coding and writing this into an Excel sheet and then making comma delimited file, but look at it, 20,761. That's like 21,000 data points. That's massive, right? And it is interesting because we're basically seeing if retweeting leads to favoriting, which means, more people see it, etc., love it. So you do want, if you are a candidate for something, people retweeting 100% your tweets, right? So if you're campaign manager, you can see this. But even more importantly, what's interesting, right? What is the most retweeted tweet, right? So it starts at 0, that puts it down. There's so many, but you see the power of R to be able to run that stuff so quickly. But this is it here, right? This one has 344,000. I can't even. Today we make America great again. That was the highest, I think. Yep, retweeted. So, oh wait, nope, I must did. Nope, today we make, fraud news. Okay. So I missed that one at the end. So basically today we make America great again is the second highest retweeted count. Wow. I wonder what they say for X. And the first and foremost is fraud news, CNN, FNN. I don't know what FNN means, maybe some of you, but just think about it. If that is the most retweeted tweet, this is what artificial intelligence picks up on. So if it essentially is, say, today we make America great again, fraud news, etc., any type of artificial intelligence you start using will start picking this up, and you could literally make artificial intelligence, like people cold calling, say, for Donald Trump, somehow sending out emails. They'll make sure artificial intelligence that fraud and CNN are within the responses because that's the highest tweet. Same thing with like Make America Great Again, such a beautiful and important evening. These catchwords become part of artificial intelligence because they're the most retweeted. And you can go around here and say, okay, what's the most favorite count? Where did I lose it? There we go. And you can do that as well. Like, oh, wow, the most favorited tweet is such a beautiful, important evening, very similar fraud news, something about Kim Jong-un. The beautiful, peaceful protests are a hallmark of our democracy. All these things, right, are very, very important because then artificial intelligence kind of picks these things up and regurgitates them. So we're doing machine learning, right? Huge big data, etc. And this leads to artificial intelligence. So it's like I explained to a group of students, artificial intelligence might do a big data set, say, for example, what say building in ASU, core building, what's that WKRP thing? Carry, all these Herberg Institute, etc. What's your favorite drink? So then artificial intelligence picks that up, and then in using artificial intelligence, they suggest to ASU as like a consultant, even though they're not real, they're artificial. Oh, put Coca-Cola in core business, a core building. Put Red Bull in the WP carry one, because they're always working, they're business people, etc. So that's how artificial intelligence, kind of works with this kind of machine learning. And that's very, very important to understand, because then you'll have, how artificial intelligence works. It usually, I was going to say de costumbre, uses machine learning. So it kind of builds upon it, and it is part of machine learning. Now, to end, I want to do a ggplot. I have the ice cream one. Oops. But we're going to just do it. What's the name of it? Trump's tweets. So we can kind of take a look at this. There's Trump's tweets. The X is the independent variable, which is the retweet. See if the retweet count. And then the Y is the favorite count. And then you have, we'll just keep it the same color to keep it now. Let's see what it looks like. You got to wait because there's so much data. This is huge. So this is the data here, and it's going up. You can see the data here, and it keeps on going up, 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 up. So, and then you have what we call outliers, points that stray from the average, right? Surrounding this line, but you can see a clearly a increase, and then they kind of span out, etc. So it's a pretty amazing data set. So the goal here were a number of things as I make it into a plotly. Number one, what is big data? This is about as big as we're going to get right now, is 21,000 pieces of data, right? That's massive. And R handled it really well. I was very impressed with R. I'm just making it here. Yeah, it did. Look at that. Interactive, as you can see. So look at all these tweets going up as they're favorited, right? More favorited as long as they're retweeted. So big data, this is a massive data set, right? 20,761 pieces of data. Second, we ran regression analysis to kind of prepare us for later stuff, this week, for national security stuff, right? And law stuff, etc. Third, this is regression analysis, and we can visualize it because ggplot does the best visualizations you can make. And we really kind of see again, oops, that's way down there. That's my tooth growth. That's another data. What we did, you learn again the code and then the output. So this is basically saying this isn't the best, but I did put it, it's pretty good. It's 317. That's our practical value. So let me show you when we format it. Oops, where we, oh, the E's there. Let me do this. Charles, I'm in a thing. Could you shut the door? Thanks, buddy. That's okay, I know. No, I will in a minute. I'm finishing up. Go, go, go. So I got to get rid of that E. And you see 3.17. So that's basically saying for every retweet, on average, you get an increase of 3.17, sorry, favorited. That's pretty good, right? So for every one, you get this 3.17 average favorites it. So we're learning about, that's the practical value. That's the slope of the line kind of going up. That's what that's measuring. And the t-value is measuring, the movement away from zero. And the p-value is measuring our confidence. And look at that, r squared, how the data goes up and is like lightly scattered. That's a very strong r squared, considering the best way. The highest is almost 1, and that's a 0.845. So you see a pretty almost perfect I shouldn't say that, but a very good correlation with some outliers. So I hope you enjoyed that for a bit. I just really wanted to make sure you understand big data, how it relates to artificial intelligence. It starts taking up these words. What's the most tweeted? We're going to use those in artificial intelligence programs because those are the ones we identify with machine learning as being very popular. So machine learning is basically a building block of artificial intelligence, which is extremely important for everything from law, national security, etc. So take care, everybody, and thanks for listening. And as Trump would say, this is probably the best lecture you've ever had in your life.